All right, now I hope you can hear me okay, because we just spent, yes, Deb is manning the controls. We just spent an hour sound checking and it didn't go well because I just hadn't turned the headphones on, so there was that. So we're really high tech here in the Reinhagen Studio. Hello, Lori Krause. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Mom. Okay, so Deb's manning the thing. If you can't hear it, sweetie, it's on the right, the monitor. Hang on a second, you guys. Let me fix this. It wouldn't be anything without me having to start with a technical anything. Babe, right here is your volume. These two things are your volume for your headset. There's nothing coming in. Don't worry about it then. Just take them off and watch the numbers. And you guys, please tell us if piano's too loud, piano's too soft, I'm too loud in connection. I'm counting on you guys because I don't have anybody listening on the other side except for you guys. So you'll tell us. In the meantime, we're going to kick this off. This is our New Year's Eve on January 2nd. I was dreaming when I wrote this. Forgive me if it goes astray. But when I woke up this morning, could have sworn it was Judgment Day. My head was feeling stuffy. There were people going nowhere. Seriously, I mean, we're in my living room. Trying to hide from Omicron because there's not a rapid test anywhere. I don't make this up. They said 2000 party over. Oops, out of time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999. Because, I mean, why not? Do that again, David. That was so nice. I was dreaming when I wrote this, so sue me if I go too fast. But we're lucky if I know the words, because my brain wasn't built to last. The COVID's all around us. My mind says prepare to fight. But what the hell, I got a gig, so let's all party tonight. That's right, I have a gig right here in my living room. Welcome to Gretchen Reinhagen Studios, Studio G as Deb calls it. We also like to call it Sassy Studios because really she is the owner of our studios here. And we had a really swell party the other night, but we're going to have a swell party again this afternoon, you know? Because, I mean, why not, right? And, you know, if you think back about a year ago, right? We were all kind of buttoning down in our homes and locking ourselves in, but we had hope, right? We had hope for the new year ahead. That went well. That went well, didn't it? And remember what just feels like a minute ago when we brought in a whole new century? That was exciting, and we were so excited, but all of a sudden we had this terrifying fear that the world was going to roll over to the year 00, and suddenly every computer on the planet would stop knowing what to do. Chaos, pandemonium. And then, that was Y2K. That was fun, right? Fast forward 20 years, and 2020 comes along and says, "Dear Y2K, hold my beer." And then 2021 comes along and says, let's keep going. I mean, why stop now? So 1999 was a fun year. 2019 was good. But you know what? We're here. We're doing what we do. Celebrating life, celebrating each other, celebrating with each other, and that's what I'm really excited to do with you today. If you didn't come to party, don't bother showing up at all. 'Cause here in my studio, we plan to have ourselves a ball. They said 2000 party over, oops, out of time. So tonight, we're gonna party like it's 1999. Or 2019, 'cause that was okay, right? Goodbye, 2021. Welcome to our show. The party's just begun. Yes. we're going to just keep right on going. But I'm going to take a second because I got to tell you guys what I'm seeing. Now, Deb, we have a monitor up over here on the right, and we got a couple of different camera options for Deb. And it's the first time I've like thrown her into the hot seat as the producer. And I'm sure you all heard that. She is answering your comments as me. She is at some point going to get brave enough to pop your comments up on the screen. I can actually see them because they're on the monitor over here. But I got to tell you, while I was singing 1999, I'm looking straight ahead of me is my beautiful wife making every terrifying face she can make. And by the way, say hello to, forget about David, say hello to the sassy cat and her tail, because what happened is I moved her Christmas tree, and she's like, you know what? I'm going where the tree is. So there she is saying a warm hello to my very dear friend, Mr. David Gaines. Woo-hoo-hoo. David, as many of you know, is also my teaching partner, and I know we've got a number of you watching today that are victims of David and I in our class. And tonight you get to see us doing what we do live and in person in the same room, distanced only by David's mask. Sassy has left now because it's actually her dinner time. Did you feed her? No. Oh, yeah, so that's going to go well, too. I'm not sure what camera. You're right there. That's going to go well. So we're going to just keep going right along. With that was the number I used to open for Sydney. And then this is the number that some of you might recognize, slightly updated, that opened my end of the night set. Progress, they tell me, has gone in reverse. Good things are bad, and the bad things are worse. But, barring infection and one insurrection, if life's not perfection, why curse? I know the nation is racked with inflation. The dollar has hit a new low. And though all my earnings may soon disappear, I'm feeling rich because I'm here. Broadway is dicey, the tickets are pricey, a fortune for just the last row. The Phantom still gives them the old chandelier. I also glow because I'm here. There's nothing to gain. That's not it, David. Of course, David, I know that's of course. Of course, there are days that I find hard to take and just want to drown all my sorrows in cake. But then comes the morning, and when I awake, I smile, 'cause it's pleasant to find I'm still present. It's not realistic to be optimistic and grin like some old mouseketeer. But I find it tougher to worry and suffer, so call me Annette, but I'm here. I am, and Deb's here, and David's here, and the sassy cat is wandering back and forth, and you're all here to usher in something new, with new hopes and new fears, and an ever-changing sense of normal. But that is another story altogether. I tried letting everyone know that I'm here. I told friends above and below that I'm here. I called Alec Baldwin. Would he be my guest? He said no. I'm shooting out west. That's probably too soon. I don't know. Whatever. Yeah, it's Barry. I can't really take credit for that. I can't take the blame either. Yeah. Right. It's not what, David? I know, I'm so verklempt over Alec. Anyway, it's not that I don't have a fear of next year. I just screw my face on and think Katherine Grayson. Love is where you find it, and you find it all around you, everywhere. sitcom. It's more like a sitcom than some Kate Blanchett matinee. But streaming, I tell Rooney Mara, my dear, Katie can't make it, so I'm here. It's tough to get work on some major network, and worse, if you want jobs with pay. And yet Kim Kardashian has got a career. She's there, and so I'm glad I'm here. There's nothing to gain if you stay home and brood, and plenty to gain if you stay home with food. These days, every actress appears in the nude, but my saga goes on, thank God, with my clothes on. You're welcome. Prospects are gloomy, my friends text and Zoom me. They scream that the end is quite near. But I'm much too busy to trifle with fate. There's new things to love and there's new things to hate. Though I'm glad to be here, there's more than just me here. Isn't it swell? You're here as well. Let's share a laugh, 'cause what the hell? We're here. Oh, we're gonna go right on. And now for my ballad. That's really nice, David. It's beautiful. Just keep playing that. You're wonderful. Oh, that's not for you. I was gonna say I got money for David, but it's okay. It's for Deb. I just tipped her $5 to.
Why didn't you put it in the G-string?
Welcome to iHome. The days feel long. I'm worn to the bone. I don't know why, because I haven't left my home. It's my new normal. I'm not wearing any pants. Well, actually, I am, as you can see, because we zoomed out a little further, but I wasn't when I wrote this. I'm on a family Zoom. I got my wine nearby. My mom shouts, but she's muted. My sister's getting high. It's our new normal. My brother bought a goat. Nothing happens quite the way it used to. Birthday parties shouldn't be a video chat. My gynecologist sees patients on FaceTime. I've never used my salad tongs for that. It's our new normal. The cat's 6 feet away, staring at Deb. Oh, you guys, sometimes change is good. But this now just feels old. I bought myself a hazmat suit when my wife caught a cold. It's our new normal. I sleep now in a tent. Our new normal. But my landlord still raised my rent. Some things are tried and true, and they won't change. But others, forget about traditions, you guys. Forget about traditions. This year Christmas didn't even feel like a new normal, did it? And I'm going to talk for a minute. But that was really beautiful what you did there, David. Thank you. And, but it didn't, right? I mean, does anybody else feel that way? Christmas, didn't feel like Christmas in New York, right? I mean, there were no Rockettes. 73 Rockettes tested positive. What kind of kick line would that have been? I mean, it would have looked something like me and David and the 98-year-old lead dancer from the Palm Springs Follies. Not good. But tonight feels traditional, doesn't it? New Year's Eve on January 2nd at 5 in the evening. That feels traditional, sort of. But look, it's been a rough year. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't also, I didn't also have many beautiful moments in 2021. What year are we in now? 2022. I'm still in 1999. And it's not that 2021 didn't have beautiful moments, because it actually had many for me, many. But I don't think I'm alone here if I say that it also had its challenges, right? I feel like for many of us, there were still a number of challenges. Would you agree, David? David agrees. Sassy agrees. She's just staring lovingly up at the woman who is going to someday feed her. And yeah, but plenty of challenges. My shrink left me. That was a challenge. She, after 7 years, she decided she wanted to see other people. So, it's hard not to take that personally. But it's all right. I've got a lovely rebound shrink. It's going well. And we're keeping it casual, just taking it slow. But he could be the one. Maybe he could even help me with some of my more persistent issues. Like this. Well, I got a little story to share with you tonight about a problem I have that just never works out right. See, my life's been kind of rough, 'cause I just can't get enough of a good thing. I see what I want and I gotta have it now, and always seem to lose it somehow. That ain't enough of a good thing. Well, I had me a lover. Well, okay, I've had a few. Loved me something fierce, but then broke my heart in two. But I kept on looking for love, 'cause I just can't get enough of a good thing. I fall in love, she's the one for sure, and before I know it, she's out the door, and that ain't nearly enough of a good thing. Well, I had me a great job, and I made a lot of money. Got a nice big swank apartment with my pretty little honey. Kept on buying lots of stuff, 'cause I just can't get enough of a good thing. Then the market tanked, my credit maxed, and no money left to pay the tax, 'cause I spent too much of a good thing. Starts out really hot, then it turns to pot. Starts out really swell, then you land in hell. Starts out a great song and then goes on too long. At first you think, what luck, then you say, what the heck? Had a quiet little life, thought I would be content. A beautiful wife and enough cash to pay the rent. Still, my life seemed tough, 'cause I just can't get enough of a good thing. Now I'm all alone, out on my own. Maybe I had too much of a good thing. See what I want, gotta have it now, and always seem to lose it somehow. I just can't hang on to a good thing. It's true, David. It's true. I wrote that with my friend Tracy Stark, who also played on Friday night for me and for Sydney. And man, his show was beautiful. And my friend Urenka came, and I think she's watching from home tonight. And she has now come down with the sniffles. You know, it's been scary out there. I know. Deb and I had colds, and I wasn't kidding when I came very close to buying a hazmat suit. I didn't sleep in a tent. I elaborated there, but I did sleep on the couch for 3 nights.
And it was good.
And Deb slept very soundly. Because you know what? I didn't want to, if I was positive, I started to feel less. I didn't want to give it to her. We had a young man staying with us at the time, our lovely friend Benjamin, who has just left. But he was staying with us at the time, and he wasn't feeling well, and Deb wasn't feeling well, and so so it was getting a little scary. And we all kind of hunkered down until Christmas, and then we were all okay. And we tested negative 3 times. But I got to tell you, I know how nerve-wracking it's been. But Aranka did come out the other night and sat with Deb, and you know, we had a few timing issues because we made a lot of changes at the last minute to make sure everybody felt safe and comfortable. But, you know, we very quickly kind of fixed all that, and Sydney got on stage and did an absolutely glorious show. And it was really special to be there and to be able to open for him and to be able to close the night and count down with everybody. And what I did was, I'm going to show you, because I brought it here. I put it up here in front of me so I can show you. This is what I had for New Year's Eve. And so this is how we're going to do the countdown for tonight. Even though we're kind of past the countdown. The thing about now is that I can kind of do the countdown whenever I feel like it. But the weird thing about New Year's Eve was that when 11:59 and 50 seconds hit, like, I couldn't push that off. It was going to happen at that time. And I found that kind of disconcerting.
We could have pretended we were Midwest.
We could have. We could have done it on California time. When I did live in California, I'll tell you what we did do. We celebrated midnight mass at 10 p.m. That was a beautiful thing. But I will say that that one of the blessings that has come out of all of this has been getting to spend much more time at home, much more time with Deb. David and I have actually connected. We just realized, because we spent Christmas together, that was our first time seeing each other live since all of this started. But we've probably seen each other and connected with each other more in the last 2 years than we had in the year prior. Just this constant online learning sort of situation to teach online. And it's really it's been a blast. So there have been some blessings that have come out of this. And some hardships. And this is a song that I wrote. I think this is where we are, right? Yeah, this is a song that I wrote. And I said that I wanted to do it tonight instead of the Christmas song that I had planned for the other night. It kind of goes along nicely with our next number. But it's something that I wrote thinking about my mom, thinking about myself and what might be, and thinking about like how we all deal with things, and what it means to be in the present. And does that mean that if we're in the present, that the past somehow stops existing? And it's a question that's come up for me for a few times. So this is what it became. I'm actually going to make a change here on my screen, David. So give me just a second. Because I want to have both things up here with the clock. So give me. Okay. And it's my voice teacher's favorite. Did I say that? And I think she's watching. It's about time I did it for her. Why are there so many songs about time and weather and seasons and love-muddled rhyme? Why do we live in a thought or a dream, or memories made up of not what they seem? What if we lived in that wonderful moment of now, just today? And what would it mean if we could not remember yesterday? day. Would I forget the moment we said goodbye, or the moments that followed, each daring me not to cry? Like my key in the door of the home that was sunny and bright, but now all I see is the dark and the cold and the fight against the light. And all that remains is the scent of the cold and the darkness betraying the light. Should I forget the way I felt in your arms? Could I forget the memory of all your charms? Like the sound of your laughter that washed away all my fears, or dancing while laughing so hard we were both in tears. Oh, my head on your chest with your heartbeat filling my ears. If age takes my memory, could that be my great release? Breathing in only the present, would I be at peace? If I only exist in this moment so vast but so small, would that mean that you never really existed at all? I won't forget. We had hard times, but great times too, because that would mean I had forgotten you. We can just go right into this, David. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? I never noticed that there were question marks at the end of those first lyrics. Should old acquaintances be forgot and never brought to mind? I don't know. Maybe this song is the answer to the last song. But as many of you who have joined me today know, I lost my dad in 2016, and he passed in February. But shortly before he died on New Year's Eve, he recorded a video of himself singing, still with his gorgeous baritone voice and his still larger-than-life presence. And he sang Auld Lang Syne by himself, sitting in the kitchen, recorded it for his friends and family on Facebook. And he talked about the meaning of the song and all the verses that we don't usually know. We all kind of know the first verse or some Americanized version thereof. And but we don't know the rest. And so the title itself, Auld Lang Syne, literally translates to old long since, and loosely translated long, long ago, days gone by, long since past, kind of a thing, kind of an idea. Now, when I took a look at the Scottish words, it was written in a Scottish dialect, and when I took a look at some of those words and the translations of those words that I didn't know, I was really struck by the beauty of the actual words. And so I wanted to share those extra verses with you today. And now, I have no problem at all dropping into a Scottish kind of accent, much to Deb Meyer's dismay. Because when we're watching TV, we're sitting right here on the couch and watching the TV. And if we're watching the Vera in the Northern England or our friends in the Shetland Islands, as soon as the show comes on, I start, and it drives her absolutely batty. And I think it has something to do with the fact that my Scottish accent, or any kind of accent alike, is something akin to me doing Sidney Meyer, doing Fanny Bryce, doing Kay Ballard, doing, well, it's usually Kay Ballard doing Fanny Bryce, and then, doing me Lucky Charms, but that's Irish. So, but it's okay. She eventually forgives me, so I have no problem with the Scottish words here. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. The second and through the 16 verses, it's not 16. The words basically mean that we were children. We were children running through the hills together, but have traveled many a weary mile now, and we paddled the stream together, but now the seas are broad and roaring between us. But should we toast? Should we have a drink and toast to one another? You buy your pint, I'll buy mine. And we'll toast to the days of long since past. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? No, because in order to move forward, we have to remember the past. We twa have run up both the brae and put the gowans fine, but we've wandered many a weary feet into old lang syne, and we hae paddled in the burn from morning dawn till dine, but seas between us braid hae roared on days of old lang syne. For old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup o' kindness yet, for days of old lang syne. And surely you'll be your pint stop, and surely I'll be mine, and we'll talk a cup of kindness yet, for old lang syne. And there's a hand, my trusty fair, and Kay's a hand of thine, and we'll talk a right cad whiley what, for old lang syne, for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne, we'll talk a cup of kindness yet, for days of old lang syne. Now, before I leave you tonight, I promised you a countdown. So that's what we're going to do. I know Deb has been popping up the Venmo. If you'd like to contribute to David's cab fare through my Venmo, you are welcome to. But really, I just wanted an opportunity to share this with you, and an excuse to get together with my friend and my wife and have a little small New Year's soiree with all of you from home. And now, I did get this. Hang on. But I forgot to ask Deb to open it. I thought, I could pop it now, but it's not gonna go well. Maybe if one of my servers online could I just like it because it's sparkly, but I'm afraid that I'm gonna open it and David's going down. So I'm gonna do this in a minute. Wait, I am gonna actually do this, but first, and Deb, you can put your headphones down and come join me, babe, and get those glasses there. Because we're going to do this together. Now, let me pull out my digital clock to make sure that we're still on time. Oh, it's perfect. We haven't missed midnight yet, you guys. So we've got a few seconds to go. And we'll pop that in a minute. Come on, babe. And then we're all going to sing the verse of that song that we know together. All right? Are you ready? You're going to segue to C unless you already did. Oh, he's already in your key. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy 541 on January 2nd. Get ready to join us. Are you ready? Here we go. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Good thing it's a cheap rum. Should old acquaintance be forgot and days of old lang syne? Sing for old lang syne, my dear, for old lang syne. We'll take a cup of kindness yet for old lang syne. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, David. Happy New Year, baby. She's going to click the end broadcast button in just a second. Thank you so much for being with us today. See it up on the right corner, babe. We're going to leave any minute now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.